And welcome to Music City, USA. It is Nashville Super Speedway, the site of race number 15 of the 2008 season. It's the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Toyota Tundra 200 on speed. A gorgeous evening for racing.
We hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars.
Let's check out this start, Rick. What do you think he's thinking?
Well, I'm going for the lead.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that's what he was thinking.
I'm going for the lead. Watch this now. Todd's going to bring him down. Then Stacy Compton. Skinner says, I'm going to get me a good start. I'm going to drive to the inside.
But instead of just easing in the front, he tried to go ahead and finish the deal all the way off and almost wrecked that truck.
What a great save. See a lot of trucks making evasive actions there. Ray Dunlap.
Rick, one of those was the 6 of Colin Braun. He started fourth. He said Skinner just about wiped us out. He was able to get away from that, but when he got down to turn number 3, he had no brakes. He called into crew chief Mike Beam and says, what do I do? Mike says, pump him, pump him, pump him. And Colin just came back on. He said, the brakes have returned. I think everything's going to be okay. Guys?
What a gaggle we've got of trucks here. 2x2. Ooh, David Starr got a little bit loose. Might have caught the apron there entering the corner. Got a little bit loose.
And you see there's a guy right there in front of that mess is there in the 15th truck, David Strimmy. He thinks he understands how to race these trucks. He said he might have messed up qualifying because of lack of experience. He's getting a lot of experience right now, isn't he?
How about Chad McCumbee going down the straightaway and running into the guy on his outside?
What happens, Rick, is you try to crowd over and take some arrow away from the guy you're trying to pass. When you get over next to him, it slows his truck down via the air pushing against him. So David crowded him up a little bit, maybe crowded him a little bit more. Remember, like I said, he hasn't raced trucks much. He might have not known how much truck he had over there.
Well, these trucks continue to run side by side. There's TJ Bell. Great run last time out. He's right now on the outside of that 15 truck of Strimmy. TJ finished in the 7th spot at ORP last time out.
Take a look at these guys. Side by side racing, continuing around this 1 1/3 racetrack. Again, that Strimmy in the 15.
Check this out. McCumbee goes over to get a little side draft off of Braun. It looked like Braun just decided he was going to try to do the same thing to McCumbee at the same time, and they run into each other.
And sometimes when that 8 truck pulls over, it'll pull that 6 truck towards him. So that may have been what happened with Colin Braun.
I think you would freak out if you knew how much the air moves these trucks around on the racetrack.
This was an incredible save by Ted Musgrave. Watch this now. This is actually turn number 4. You see him get loose. He chases it up the hill. I don't even think he might have made contact with the wall, but the biggest thing is now watch him continue to steer that thing and locks the brakes, gets in the gas and locks the brakes up at the opportune time to try to keep the thing out of the outside wall.
And if you're at home and you're saying, well, that's not a save. Oh, yes, it is. Right here, he's thinking outside wall hard, and he just stays on the gas, continues to steer the truck, and winds up exactly where he hoped he would.
Adam Alexander, what's going on with Stacy Compton all the way back there at 14th?
Well, the reason they've dropped back to 14th, Rick, is because they came down pit road at lap 65, took on right side tires, and made a chassis adjustment to help what has been a tight truck throughout the evening. Now, he did have an issue, and we have caution on the racetrack. Jason White goes around and hard into the wall.
Head down to turn 1.
Mikey looks back. Let's see how this started. Remember, here's the 7 on the inside of the 99. He's going to get loose. Watch that. He's got to chase it up the hill. Now that seizes up these guys. Colin Braun backed off a little bit. Jason gets a great run on the outside. Watch now. 4 wide. Jason just runs out of room. TJ makes some contact with him. He had to go somewhere. That was a situation where discretion would have been a better part of valor.
Like I said, he needed the 7 truck of TJ Bell to give him that corner. And you're just not going to get guys to give you much. And there was just no way. And plus they started wrecking before they even got to the corner. So they knew they were in trouble. They knew something was going to have to give in order to make it, and they just didn't make it.
I think the 6th of Colin Braun might have got a piece of that when that truck turns sideways. So we'll have to see if he comes down pit road.
Tonight, crossing the start-finish line, 3 in a row for Benson.
Great run for Eric Darnell in second. Great pit strategy. Fuel only on the last stop. Top out ends up in 3rd, and Sprague and Hornaday teammates finish 4th and 5th.
Well, let's hear from Colin Braun. He started fourth, finished sixth, but boy, right at the very beginning, that race got exciting for you.
Well, it did. You know, I thought starting fourth we were going to be in good shape there, and I don't know what happened in front, but Mike Skinner looked like he was about to wreck, so I just got out of the whole situation and lost a lot of spots, but we kept on digging, and it was a good night for the whole number 6 Conway Freight 450 crew. My guys did a heck of a job on pit road. You know, we came in, I don't know, 13th or 14th there, went back out in 6th on the first stop, and they had stops like that all night, so it was pretty awesome for those guys on pit road, and had some brake problems. I don't know what was going on. Brake pedal go to the floor almost every time, but battled through that and came back with the top 10, so we're happy.
And some real good news out of your camp here this last week, the fact that Conway has announced they will be back and you'll be driving the truck again next year.
Well, I'm real excited to be back in this Conway Freight truck. You know, that's a great sponsor to have. It's great to have their 20,000 plus employees behind us, and that guarantees me at least 20,000 fans, so no matter what I do, I got some fans.
All right, have a good night. Colin Braun starts fourth, finishes sixth tonight here at Nashville.